G'day so-and-sos and welcome to my sewing room. My name's Cathy. This is Lucy Purr, and in today's video we're going to be talking about that little purple thing. So if you've watched any of my videos, you will see that I use these quite a lot. Now basically what they are sewing stilettos, and stilettos are designed to use at the sewing machine to get nice and close to the fabric and push the fabric up towards the needle without getting your fingers too close. You can also direct the fabric, pick up your bobbin thread, whatever. There's so many different things that you can do with this thing that you should be doing with it to keep your fingers away from the needle. So let's go over to the sewing machine and have a little look. They also make a really good back scratcher for the cat. So one very useful thing for using this for is for when you pick up your bobbin. Rather than sticking your fingers under there, you can just loop your bobbin thread and pull it under. You don't want your fingers anywhere near this needle or this foot when your sewing machine is on. That's just, the number one safety rule for in the sewing room, because it can do a lot of damage to you. So the second thing that I really like the little purple thing for is it's got a 1/4 inch mark on the end of it. So when you're at the sewing machine, you can put it up against your needle and check your seam allowance really easily. Now, when you're sewing, I hold it in my right hand and I hold it just sort of between my fingers, almost like a pencil, but maybe, in there a little bit more than you would usually have a pencil. And when I'm sewing, I just have the tip and I just guide it through the fabric without getting the cat or my fingers anywhere near the needle. So if you can train yourself to hold it and then just use it as an extension, it becomes second nature and it will keep your fingers away from that needle. Now let's have a look at a few other things that it's good for. Now, something else that I find this really useful for is for poking out corners when you turn out your work. So that's just that piece of scrap fabric we're playing with at the sewing machine just then. If I want to turn that out the other way and poke out these corners, with this thing, because it's got that curved tip on the end and being plastic, I can pop it up there and use it to poke out my corners, and there's much less chance of it ripping my fabric or grabbing on the grain or actually poking through the seam than it would if I was using a metal one with a straight, sharp point. So that's something it's really good for too. Now, it's also got this hole in it, I should say, and that's designed to pop ribbon or elastic or something like that through and then thread it through a casing. So that's just another handy little thing. Now you can buy these in fabric shops online, or you can buy them off Amazon or Temu. You can get a pack off Temu or 4 or 5 of them for just a couple of dollars, if that. I tend to have them everywhere. I have them at the sewing machine, I have them at the table. And I point a lot with them as well. They're wonderful for that. So yeah, I tend to have them everywhere around my sewing room for, just a couple of cents each. Why not? Okay, peeps, that's it for to me today. Have a good one. And remember, it's only fabric. We can always buy more. See ya. Bugger.